We're living as hominids. I've always lived. Bear with me a second here. First, we believe we evolved, changed, and reached higher status. In truth, billions are still living in the Stone Age. Survival of the fittest mentality. Second, we believe in the shiny stone theory. I believe in the ownership theory. If we stare at life from a pure survival root chakra perspective, the strongest survive, so we huddle underneath the strongest and try our best to hide underneath them. When only 20 in a clan are doing this, it's almost harmless. But it plays itself to a village of 200 underneath a king, duke, or tax collector. Then it scales itself with 2 million cities under the exemplar of the aforementioned cultural belief. It's the same root chakra standpoint, a dependency upon an avatar, emulating some perceived strength or needing its protection. Third, the only ones who uncover this truth either exploit it, living above the perceived strong, controlling and manipulating what is perceived as strength based on who they can control, or Jared stares at him as if Chris lost his mind. I'm not a bully fighter, mate. I know a few tricks, but now I'm at them out. Stare him in his eyes. Those eyes, the king's crimson red eyes. The ones the war singers protected. Strongest force living or dead. He's a recluse. Doesn't want to be bothered by anyone. Most of the strong are like that. That's the only hole in your theory. No one is sitting above the strong. No one at all. No lord and no patriarch, because only strength defeats or controls strength. What you have, your theory, is correct. It is a group of cowards attempting to control what is perceived as valuable so they may assume such a role. Fake power, false authority. Sadly, the strong are hiding, refusing to display their strength. It's not the emperors and god kings sending their fledgling armies to conquer the defenseless. Wherever there is slight resistance, those armies lose. Did you notice that? These armies only seem to win when the opposition doesn't fight back. That's it. Then you have forces stronger than armies. You have the Guardians. You have God Almighty. You must reject the Guardians and God to join these armies or become one of these emperors, because only a fool or a blasphemer believes they can play either role. I agree with you, mate. Sharpen your theory. It might become more believable if you had a hint of mysticism to it. Jared explained while lighting the blunt seal. Thank you, Chris gulped, never having thought of such a thing so boldly before.
I've known Chris Kieran Torjun since my freshman year. He lived right down the hall from me until my sophomore year. He was off the grid in some relationship. We've always kept in touch, but moving in together was different. At first, it seemed like a dream. There was so much pressure from my friends to know what it was like being with Chris Kieran Torjun. After his breakup, he was untouchable and unavailable. He was backed up with ideas about why he was even with her or why not be with Margot. They expected the worst from us, but nope. It was as if I'd never crossed his mind. I don't know how I could ever know what happens.